Dango, who is the next Luo Kingpin or Nyanza Kingpin? There is option that we've been provided. We have been provided with a lot of options from Gladys Wanga to Babu Owino. Tango, welcome. This is Real Talk Republic podcast all the way from Kiafrica Studios. And here are the 8 possible Luo Kingpin or Nyanza Kingpin after Baba Raila Odinga. Long live Baba. At the burial of the former premier, Raila Odinga, CGH, there was a speech that was made by 2 most prominent Luo leaders, Nyanza leaders, Baba insiders, from James Orengo. In fact, 3 from James Orengo, Peter Nyang'nyong'o, and John Mbadi. Now, there is a rift on who is going to be the next kingpin of this particular region. That's made even the possible kingpin or the known person that Kenyan believe is the best replacement for Baba Raila Odinga. Nobody replaces Baba, sorry. No one will ever replace Baba. But who can try? Who can try to? Nobody. Should I put this one? That was guarded as Babu Owino. And people accuse much about Babu Owino until it made Babu Owino to approve them otherwise. How did Babu Owino approve them otherwise? From his biblical analogy, Mbadi said that regarding Moses and Joshua and the people of Israel, Mbadi said, give us 30 days. After 30 days, we are going to tell you what next. This is addressing the community of Luo. And now Kenyans or people from Nyanza are waiting for 30 days. But the rest of the Kenyans have already passed that 30 days and they're giving options out. But what's happening in this particular worship of kingship? Mbadi, this is the fact. Before Raila died, there are a lot of campaigns that were being done in southern part of Nyanza. I'm talking about Homa Bay and Migori. In these particular campaigns or political rallies, there was attendance of the spouse to the former premier, who always talked much about Mbadi. And many from the southern part of Nyanza believes it's Mbadi. The option is Mbadi. And they believe like the next person they can see is Mbadi. Now, everybody in that particular funeral of Baba, they spoke much about their allegiance to Baba. They never betrayed Baba on whatever it is and for the case and how they are going to remain in broad-based government. It's their decision, and those people, their followers who will listen to them, will remain with them. Then came a speech by James Orengo. You see, we've been seeing how Orengo was the Raila Odinga's minister of enjoyment. Everywhere from wakikunywa uji, it was Orengo by the side. Wakidance or Angla, it was Orengo by the side. So the speech that Orengo made with assertive, saying like they won 2017 elections, he repeated it 3 times, and much that he said. It also triggered that belief from others that maybe Orengo is also closer to being the next mouthpiece of Baba, the kingpin of Baba. Then came a speech from Nyong'o that was not that commanding, but it was rich for those people who understands very well. Then there was demand of Babu Owino, who did not get an opportunity to speak. And then entertaining part of of Junet Mohammed declaring himself as the political orphan. Now, then there is online speculation of permanent secretary for internal affairs, that is PS Raymond Omolo. And the list goes on, including David Oxian. But who is now becoming the possible inheritors after 30 days? Who is coming to take on Baba? For me, Babu moves the crowd. Babu Owino moves the crowd all the way from coast, Murema, Nairobi, Turkana to Nyanza. He moves the young generation crowd and even the old, controls it a lot. But our parents might believe otherwise. while Kenyans have given an example. This is a battlefield that the insiders of Mbadi, now introducing Mbadi, also campaigning the shift trumps for Mbadi and saying Mbadi is the next. This made even Robert Alai post like, Ngonga, you've not yet shown people your political prowess. Yeah. So it's a battle. Let me draw back to the history, taking the battle of these two young young figures, that is Babu Owino and John Mbadi. These are the young figures that the young generation are looking up for. And Babu is controlling widely. Matter of fact, bro. In 1994, after the death of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, there was a war in Ford, Kenya today. Who was going to replace Baba? And leave alone that. Let's talk on how Jaramogi Odinga preferred James Orengo to be his heir. And Orengo was strong brother. Orengo moved crowd more than Baba could. But what happened as time goes by? Baba took over. Maybe he had a strategy on how he took over. And Baba moved the whole Kenya. Baba did not move only crowd or just people from Nyanza, but he moved people from the whole country. Wherever people knew Baba, it is Baba. Same to Babu. Babu is moving everyone. Unlike Mbadi, who will only move people from southern part of Nyanza. He will only move few people from Kisumu. Now, the South are saying it's Babu. The South are supporting Mbadi. Sorry, South are supporting it's Mbadi. And the Central are maintaining it is Babu Owino. The Central started maintaining this after Babu had to Babu had to show them that after there was some accusation that it was being said, oh, Babu ni Muindi. There are legends like that. Oh, Babu is not from this. Babu had to post a picture of him being in the village of Gotmatar, Yimbo, Sia County. And that's moved the crowd, especially for the Central. Now the Central are saying it is Babu. And this is where the commotion moves now over online. They're saying the next kingpin must come from the South. But the Central are saying it must remain in Central because Central moves Kenya. Central Nyanza moves Kenya. Now for a matter of fact, Central Kenya moves Kenya. Now, here is how the next kingpin is going to move and going to be built according to what I know from my analysis. Orengo still holds the powers. Orengo can give the people, can give Kenyans who is going to be the next kingpin. He can show the way. Yes, Orengo can. So, he knows how it's going to be played. And for a fact, President William Ruto gained popularity in Nyanza. That's a fact you can't take, bro. I know after this episode, you are going to say that that's a lie. He gained the popularity. And you know how he planned that, how he structured that, how he entered into that. Because every leader there, that now those people from Orengo's mouth, they say they are going to be in broad-based government. So the next kingpin must find its way just inside the broad-based government. And this is politics. Wait until you find Babu Owino being in broad-based government. Wait until you find out Babu Owino being given ministerial position. Wait until you find out that Babu Owino gets endorsement for Nairobi gubernatorial position from the president. Wait until things shifts. Wait until things works out. And for a matter of fact, here is the next Luo Kingpin. Here is the next kingpin of Nyanza, Western Kenya. It is going to be Babu Owino. Mark that. Mbadi can't. He moves few. Kingpin must move the whole country. The Luos needs the next president, and it is in Babu Owino. It is in Babu Owino. It is only Babu Owino can address the people of Masai and listen. But how can Babu Owino structure himself to ensure that he takes the mantle? Is in a way. He have the strategy. He have the strategy and ways he will work it out for him. But from that view, the kingpin is coming from the central part of Nyanza and from Sia County, to be categorical. And the kingship is going to be endorsed by people after 20, I say, for those people who were asking me previously that, bro, how do you know this is the next Kingpin? And I said, like, let's give 2027 as the precipitation to see, to show us the possibility, to sway us to the next particular point. But before 2027, we are going to realize, to see who moves the people. For this point, the politics that is going to be still played, I don't know, whatever can happen, is going to be played in the circuit, like, who moves the people of Nyanza, who speak for them the loud. Bro, up to this point, whatever was happening there, from those people who have been endorsed from the southern part of Nyanza, those people are fighting for their position. They are fighting for their jobs because the reshuffle might hinder them. But out of those leaders, after the leaders that were mentioned, John Mbadi, Raymond Omolo, Gladys Wanga, James Orengo, Babu Owino, Anyang Nyong'o, and the rest that I've not mentioned, Babu Owino takes the mantle. Nobody can replace Baba, but people can move the crowd. Nobody can experience the love that Baba experienced except for Babu Owino. I remember sometimes back when I was working with one of the international media house, and I used to be amongst those people who were covering the the protests Zababa, rallies Zababa. I remember in Kamukunji, bro. Whatever happened in Kamukunji, that is in 2023, when they were still wearing sufurias, it showed a lot. And I was next to some oldies and the young generation, and whatever they were speaking from their heart and how they spoke it with their passion. It's a fact, it was Babu. He moves it from the lectures to the ocean shows. And let's wait to see the next Kingpin. That's according to me on what I think of and what you think you can agree with me up to. This is Real Talk Republic podcast, all the way from Kiafrica Studios. You can subscribe and share. Thank you. Dango.